clear my throat. Oh, that ball. Easily. Okay. Where is not over here? Good morning. There's my red coral, but where's my red jasper? Where did I put you guys? Put you all in here. Don't worry, guys. I don't take that much medicine. Those are all my pickup ones and old ones I have to put together. Oh, here we go. Oh, voila. Good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's do Gemini. Can you believe we're just getting to Gemini? And I think I mentioned it like 5 times. So let's do this. And I literally woke up singing, and here's my number. Call me, baby. Oh, I just met you. And this is crazy. But here's my number. Call me, baby. I think it's maybe. So, let's get together. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so Gemini, you're coming together with somebody. Oh, and again, I almost said Kai, but it's just his bird shit that's stuck to all of this. How lovely. Thank you so much, peanut butter. So that means I got bird shit on this. Yes, look at it. You might be dealing with an Aries. He made you guys his own little bird shit symbol. Aries, come on, you need the strength. Let's get together. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Fucking A. Thank you. I almost said Kai again. Thank you for shitting on that. Well, there's some good luck for you, Aries. I almost feel like I should leave it. Come on. Enough with being the magician. Time to come forward. Time to take the lead. All right. July, August, September. Sheldon, look at you waking up. October, November. Okay. Coffee. I'm going to go with my Super 7 in Emerald. I just heard plutonium. I was like, maybe I'll put silver on. Ooh, my fingers are swollen. But these are actually white gold. Health benefits of plutonium. I can't imagine health benefits of plutonium. It's talking about relationships. Non-toxic and stable. It does not react with or negative against body tissue. Recent research has shown plutonium to inhibit the growth of certain cancer cells. What does plutonium do to your body? Helps protect the skin and free radical damage in the collagen production and improve overall skin health. Damage cancer cells and treat testicular, ovarian, lung, bladder, and other cancers. Interesting. Huh. So I don't know if you guys have some health issues going on or I don't know. I feel like that's not the first time I've heard plutonium, or is it? I want to say it's the first time, but I want to say I've said it. I want to say it's the first time I looked it up, but I feel like I might have said that once or twice in the last month. Maybe. So, plutonium might be good for you to wear, Gemini. Okay. So, Gemini retrograde, okay, I'm reading on Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune in Chiron, okay. Also, Pluto is in Aquarius, and we also have Neptune and Saturn, I believe, are both in Pisces. I know Neptune is. So it's just a heavy retro season. Okay. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. So here's my number. Call me, baby. Saturn's in Aquarius. Neptune in Pisces, Pluto in Aquarius, Venus in Cancer. It's in Leo right now. Okay. And then Uranus will step in September, Jupiter in October. I know I did a weekly, and I was saying to you guys that there must be like a strong transit. I want to say it's Mars and Uranus conjunct, which is some wild ass fucking energy, and also rules machinery, weaponry, things like that. So that energy is pretty intense this week as well. So I just said, so be careful. All right, July for Gemini. The Tower. And I feel like this is interfering. This Band-Aid is interfering. I only did one layer of dip. So this might be a Venus thing for you guys. I only did one layer of dip because I wanted my nails to have like a little more like breath, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. But it lifted because it's just not strong enough. So apparently I need 2 layers. So that might be a message for you guys too when it comes to layers. August for Gemini. But I wore it to bed. I didn't want it to snap. I'm just getting pulled to the snake. I got pulled to the snake with something else. There's a couple snakes there. Medusa. You have the Chariot. September for Gemini. Well, that's the same chariot that, and the moon, that's the same chariot that Taurus had. And Taurus had Libra and then the moon. So, remember, we're all propensities. But there's something with, again, it could just be the month of August that a lot of people are dealing with needing to move forward, getting out of their comfort zone. That's not what the chariot usually represents, though. Moving forward, yes. Successfully leaving the past behind, yes. Being determined, yes. So it's like, I don't know what Aries had, but seems to be a month of moving forward. October, please, for Gemini. I just saw 12. You have the Strength card. And November for Gemini, please. And then I heard 2, as if I should have got 2 for all of them. So maybe I'll give you one less of this and one more arcana, because the arcana really kind of tells you where you're at too. So I'm hearing 2. One more for July Gemini. The Death card. July. August for Gemini. We already have the Chariot. August for Gemini. And we have the Magician. September for Gemini. That's funny. You got the Star and the Devil. Funny in the sense of like, this was the only pile that got 2. And now you guys just got 3. Well, Taurus had 2. Everybody else just had 1. I don't remember Aries. I just remember Taurus being significant because Spirit was stressing that reading with numbers. October for Gemini. The Empress. November for Gemini. We already have the Death card. November for Gemini. I do feel like the Tower too, as if there's matching energy, and you got the World right there too, and the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. I got the whole world. Yeah, see, these are all upright. That's strange. I don't typically have these upright, and I know I put the World in backwards. There's the Tower with Judgment, and there's the World. So Judgment, the World, and the Tower reversed. I don't think that's relevant, but the Chariot. I thought it was Temperance. What the fuck just happened there? Did anybody see what just happened there? I could have sworn it was Temperance. What the fuck? I could have sworn it was Temperance, and I guess the Chariot just fell out. Yeah, because then the High Priestess was at the bottom of the deck. Where did Temperance go? I feel like there's like a trick going on here. You could be playing with magic. And this is crazy, so call me baby. Hey, I just met you. You're being trained for something, or you could be training. You got heavy, heavy ancestors or guides or a loved one. There might be, I hate to say this, there might be an actual death. But I feel like with Temperance and the Chariot and the death, I feel like this is more of a transformation. And I'm hearing animal. So more of a transformation, but you have a death in the Tower right here. And I'm not going to lie, when I did you guys' weekend energy in a reading, I think a week prior, it was something about celebrities, death, stage, politics came in. And I'm shocked that I didn't pick up on what was going down with Trump. So there could be something political here. I don't think so. But for me personally, it kept pulling me to like all the other music intentionally. Because I always see Death in the Tower or World as an ending, this and that. But they've been having me look at death as a reboot. I see a rebirth, but a reboot apparently. And I know Shannon Doherty just died because I got pulled to that in one of my readings, and we talked about Little House on the Prairie, a couple things, kind of like a lot of the shows she's been on too, without really calling it out. And I used to be able to pick up on a death real fucking quick on the board, but in the last couple weeks, I haven't been picking up on them, and I think it's intentional. I don't know why. I do think it's strange. Because I didn't even pick up on that until something with that. And then that felt more of like, you can do it. I'm hearing reboot. But again, like this would be a death, like it kind of just happened. I can see politics with the Magician being down here. I'm not going to read on politics though, because I know you guys, a lot of you guys aren't interested in that. I'm not even really interested in like that either, you know. But the Chariot, the Magician, I am getting pulled to like Booth again, like JFK. So I don't think there's going to be another attempt, but you never know. And now look at something with the gun laws, being able to bring the guns into the next rally. And he's pro-gun, so I don't know the choice he's going to make. But anywho, again, I really don't want to talk about politics, but you could be dealing with somebody who is big into politics. I guess we can look at it that way. But I'm really good at seeing death. And sometimes I don't even like delivering that message, but I will. And I always sense it. And the fact that I was intentionally stirred away from seeing something is a message for all of us. Now, do we have to worry about that? Like, as if, like, we got to worry about our energy? I don't know. I'm not quite sure what the message is there. But, yeah, Jen, try not to worry, honey. Try not to worry. I just got choked up there. Yeah, well, when I heard plutonium, I got polite to my mom. So I get it, girlfriend. It's not messages I really want to deliver either. But yeah, try not to focus on that. This feels more like something else. This feels more like political. So I don't know, which is ironic because I was going to do Gemini that night. And then I was like, I'm not fucking going on now. So I guess it's not a coincidence that it came in also in your read. So I personally think you're dealing with somebody who is into politics. Or it's like you're still in shock that you didn't see something coming. I just think the government's going to blatantly try to dismiss it. But like the death card in the tower is telling me that this energy, there's some type of energy up here, possibly political. And again, if you don't follow politics, it has to do with your belief maybe. And it's strong, it's potent. And I don't like bringing politics into readings. I really don't. So it was meant to come into this reading. And I just heard, hold on for one more day. Somebody gonna turn around and say goodbye. Wilson Phillips. Till then, baby. So turn around, things will go your way if you hold on for one more day. Things will go your way. So someone's going through a tough time right there. I mean, it could take away your beliefs. Maybe all of a sudden you decide to get into politics because you're angry. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't even like watching the news. I don't mind watching, like when I'm cooking, my dad's watching, Fox News, 5 o'clock. Like, I don't mind that type of stuff, but like, I don't really like follow it like that. When it comes time to choosing the president and having knowledge and shit like that, then I pay attention. But so there's something with the public eye in July for Gemini. I don't know if you're angry. I don't know where your Gemini sits, but I feel like it's about to boil over if you don't address something. Gemini, July, please. Not next 5 months, just July. So something's going on in the next 5 months in regards to July. You do have the death card here. 10 of Pentacles. It could have to do with your money, your longevity, investments, job. Ace of Pentacles. You could work at a clock tower. That's not a clock tower. I was a tower. I didn't get pulled to 9/11. I got pulled to something like 9/11, or I got pulled to a tower, but like a building. Tower. What the fuck? Whatever this is, I mean, there's a financial hit here, but you're going to rebuild in the tower again. Something could happen to your house. I'm not really seeing like a fire or something, but it could be like the foundation. termites, maybe a new roof, tornado, the weather. It could be out of nowhere. This could be like a monument. This could be like a historical land site. Just gonna pull to Mothman. And then you got the Ace of Wands. I bet you that's Mia. Oh, maybe not. Some neighbors with the roof again. I think. Yeah, that's not her. But maybe it's on. Alright, so Mothman, what do you call them? I don't know, people where they see like a sighting, like if you see a sighting, doesn't it mean death? And it's sitting on the death card, and that's the first time I've ever been pulled to this. What do you call them? Crypts? Not crypts. Tales of the Crypt. That was a show. I forget what you call those like mythical creatures. But I know there was like a famous sighting. I know somebody must, 2727. I know somebody must know the name of them. Mothman legend sightings. West Virginia. Folklore. So humanoid creature. Silver Bridge. Believed to pleasant. So it says, a legend of the Mothman is believed to have originated the sighting out of migration, sandhill cranes, and heron sightings at the point of Pleasant stopped after the Silver Bridge collapsed in 1967, killing over 40 people. Some people claim to see the Mothman standing on the bridge the day before, possibly an omen of disaster. So I think something is going to happen in the sense of something historical. Could be like on a World WW2. Historical land site. I mean, this is, don't get me wrong, guys, this is still beautiful energy, okay? You have two aces, but let's just get through the Mothman thing first, because I do feel like it's going to be something devastating. It could be a tornado. It could be a warning. Trump being shot is kind of like a warning. It could be a threat. And then I remember having a conversation with you guys a while back before this happened. Something with politics here, guys. And somebody said Washington was safe. And I was like, oh, yeah? Like in the sense of like, what about from airstrike? Things like that, you know? I know that happened in Pennsylvania, but I'm just saying that's what it pulled me to. So something could go down in Washington. Everyone thinks they're safe, but like, are you safe from a chemical warfare? Absolutely not. Look at the gun law. Like everything guns is out of control. It's, you know, you can try to regulate it and do what you have to do moving forward. But there's still a lot of guns out there that just, they're just out there. I mean, how the fuck did that kid get what he got? Like, I'm just this one, like, okay. So there is something here political, or this is like a shock, but to me, this is something that hasn't happened yet. Geminis do tend to be, they do tend to follow politics, and they do tend to get into stuff like this. They can get deep into, politics and opinionated in beliefs. So you guys as Gemini is kicking in. And it might have to do with either the first house or the 10th house. Or even your 8th house. So it's like the icing. I heard the icing on the cake. That doesn't make any sense. Like somebody maybe thought the shooting was like the icing on the cake. Like, I don't know. I mean, there's positivity here too. I mean, I know there's a financial struggle here too. But there's also another situation that's comes out of nowhere that's amazing. So it's like something bad, like from something bad comes something great, or something like devastating. But again, like there could be a fire. I'm getting pulled to a cave again. So there's definitely, you're in some type of global void here. And it has to do with money, politics, belief, Venus. You could be trying to figure out what to do with your money because the government's going to shit. But this would be like a good idea. Like this would be like, I want to move to this particular place. Like, I just said it with my mom the other day too. Like, I heard take the money and run, like, here, living here these days, no matter, you could have millions and it's not enough to live comfortably, so if you do it right, but it's hard to even do that in America, and I was like, I'll go to, I've been saying it for fucking years. I'll move to Indonesia and live like a fucking queen off of freaking couple of $100,000. You can do that, like, never mind like millions. So there's locations where you might be or feel safer, because I'm getting pulled. Like when the whole 9/11 thing went down, my uncle said, like, if you need to go anywhere, if you need to run, go to Maine, highest point of Maine, and you'll be fine. But nothing went down that way. So this is pulling me to like, maybe you're just like, you've had enough and you're considering moving. I don't see another country here, but you could. It could be like on your mind, And my mom's like, you would really leave your kids? And I'm like, hell yeah, I would. Whoever comes, comes. Whoever doesn't, doesn't. I'll visit. And it's not about money. It's about the vibe for me. But there is places where you can live very cheaply, very comfortably, and have the, perfect weather. It can be on a land site. You could buy lots of land in the middle of fucking nowhere, Alaska, go live like that show in Alaska where they live out in nowhere's land. You know what I mean? And be very happy doing what it is you do. It's your life, guys. So I don't know I feel like there's something, like there's something huge in July for you where it's just like, you feel like it's just a thought, but I feel like it's more than a thought. I honestly feel like it might even come back around in November. But I've been wanting to move for like the longest time. When the kids were younger, we all talked about going to Hawaii. It was like after the divorce. But even when me and Danny were together, I wanted to move to the South and other places. He didn't want to. I've always had that itch in my bones. Always. It's still not gone. It's there, you know. Like even if I stay local now, I'd still buy somewhere else. I just know I will. Summer home, winter home, I don't know, you know. Rent it the other seasons. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But it's just travel. It's in my bones. And I'm not going to wait until I have $1 million in my account if I can do it either. I'm that person too, just like my daughter. I'll go broke to take a vacation. Not broke, but to the point where I can still pay my bills. But, you know, I'll save money just to go on vacation. Even if I should be saving for other things. It's just in my bones. So there's definitely something going on with you guys like that. Like it's big. It's a big deal. And this could be like the person on your mind or the person that comes into your life. Because he has my number. Call me, maybe. You know, like it could be somebody you meet and it's out of fucking nowhere. And they just moved to your town, your city. I'm just getting pulled to like even like Washington there. Like it almost looks like the State House, but I'm getting pulled more to like Bridgerton. And this more like Roman cathedral. Not even cathedral. I'm getting pulled to the Colosseum. That's not the first time the Colosseum has come into play. And I just got pulled to Egypt. Like those tombs, pyramids, they're going to be gone within the next 10 years, guys. I'm not kidding. I know it's sad. I definitely want to get to Egypt before that happens. Could be a massive sandstorm. We never find them again. I don't know how they're going down, but they're going down. And not to mention we have, I keep saying tombs, but we have pyramids in the United States that have they've been digging up, I think in the Midwest. Like they've been hiding from us. Ooh, I have a chin hair coming in. I think that's a message for you guys. Have to get it with the tweezers. Well, that's going to drive me fucking bananas. So I think there's something here with Venus too and beauty. But there's definitely something big going on in July, and I think it comes like out of nowhere. And it could just be thoughts, but this looks tangible, like no joke. Like you're like, you know what? I'm going to go on, take the money and run. Maybe it's an inheritance and you decide to invest and you're tired of living. You're tired of the weather. And this idea just came to you. Like maybe you want to live in them. I just heard the Maldives. Beautiful place. You know what I mean? And again, I feel like it's out of fucking nowhere with the Tower and the Death card. Like it's a huge shift. Like it's a huge perspective shift. Like I'm very interested in when we clarify that. I want to get everything else on the board first before I clarify. But July is huge for Geminis. Wherever your placement is with Gemini is really, really is a big deal. And again, with the sevens, the Tower is a 16, which is a 7. You got the 10 and the ace, which is a 2. The Death card, which is a 4. 13, but a 4. So there's some type of stability. You're thinking about stability, your destiny, your passions, temper. Like this could be Pluto too, and you have, a high temper. And when that temper, comes out, you're passionate about it. But the Ace of Wands, you're passionate about, what you're talking about. You're passionate about where you want to go. This is making something a reality. It's beautiful. Like, it's almost like you're being inspired. Like, it's almost like something shitty happens, but then you're being inspired by it. And then with August, you got the Chariot and the Magician. So, like I said, you're putting something together. And it could just be in a thought, guys. It could just be an idea. I love this energy because, again, it could be a thought or an idea. But come November, some of you might even make a move, or you're going to put something into order. I just got goosebumps on my head, top of my head. I'm seeing dragons. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. She's talking to a dragon. Dragon right there is protecting her. I gave Alana my dragon ring that I loved, but she loved even more, I think, so it was the right thing to do. And it's funny, she's got a cherub. I got pulled the tattoos in October. She's got a cherub on her ankle. She has the Coraline button and something else. Big scorpion on her neck. A butterfly behind her ear. Like lots of things that represent transformation. So she's really like, her Scorpio shows in her tattoos. And I didn't really pick up on that until now. So someone's Pluto in Scorpio is October. I didn't even think of that. Someone's Pluto is strong. And it starts here too. Because it's like the shadow comes out, and I think it's because, something devastating. The world's not here, but something affects your energy here, and it just could be politics and what happened. Because it's time to like go after like passions instead of like holding back. Rolling with the punches. Those two stars are lining up. Neptune and personal karma. I'm just picking up on that now. I started for like a main message, but I didn't. These have been sitting here since I started, and I'm just picking up on that now. And then let's not forget your Chiron kicks in. But I don't even. Well, yeah, your Chiron would be here too, because it's how you're personally being affected. So Gemini is personally being affected. Was Gemini one of the ones that was being, we looked it up, strongly influenced? I think this is like your Pluto, your Saturn, your Neptune. Like it's all kicks in July, which is a lot. Not to mention Chiron coming on the 26th, guys, and the full moon next week. So if that's actually happening to you, congratulations on finding some type of balance here, because the 10 of Pentacles, it's nice, but it's still a 10. And you start off with the Ace, so you know that. And then the Tower is like the same thing. It's an ending, and then you start off with another Ace. And again, you got the Tower and the Death card. So it's almost like Tower, Death, Tower, Death, Tower, Death, in the sense of like transformation. Like you get hit 3 times, like a triple whammy. Pluto, Saturn, Neptune. And then you start taking action in August because the Magician's here. But something I think really inspires you in October. And this is Taurus energy and Leo, but I'm telling you that your Scorpio is going to come out with these dragons. Maybe out of the blue you get a tattoo, or out of the blue all of a sudden you're into gargoyles or dragons. It feels like there's something gothic going on there. And this one tends to be more of a little gothic deck, so I guess that would make sense, but it's just an energy I picked up on. And I want to say the same thing happened in Taurus's read. I feel like it was linked to October. And I didn't feel that with like August and November, like, because it was side by side. So it's just whatever you're working on, it's very strong, Gemini. It is like you're determined. And there's something that's inspiring you. It could be folklore. All right, August for Gemini, please. Daughter of Swords. I got pulled to the owl. First thing. Is that an owl? Yeah. Tiny little legs you have. Little Miss Riding Hood. Father of Wands. There we go again with the snake. 3 little birds on my doorstep singing, this is a message to you. They sing that all weird. One more for Gemini, August. Eight of Wands. You're being protected. This Magician, when it came out, I was like, oh, strange. But now I'm like really seeing it. An owl would eat a snake would eat a bird. You're being protected, but careful. Like, I think like somebody is sneaking in to something and it's dangerous. There's definitely something global again. Gemini, why you guys are in the spotlight? Like, in the sense of like you're really focused on global things. And again, Geminis tend to not always be in the spotlight like that or focus on that type of stuff. But for some reason, the next 5 months you are. Or definitely the next couple months. It's almost like you can't help it. Again, like this could be an awakening for you. You know, someone who never follows the news, you're like, all right, I might as well start like what's going on. And then it's like you get hooked, but not in a bad way. It's like you're seeing something in the sense of like, how is nobody else seeing this? And I feel like you already have that vibe anyway, but I feel like there's something else happening that you actually pick up on. Like it might actually benefit you to stay in the loop with something here because it brings out a gift. It brings out something that very much has to do with your future, your path, your destiny, your personal karma. And I think you're seeing the shadow side of Pluto. Or you're working with it. Now, this is That's a cobra, right? Spiritual meaning of a cobra. Wisdom, transformation, sexual energy, passion, danger, even death. But it could heighten your magic, your strength, and your power to live in your truth. And that's what I was just, that's kind of what I was just saying to you guys. By what's going on right now, Gemini, wherever your Gemini placement is, something's going to happen in July if it just wasn't the Trump thing. Because to me, it's something political. It could even be the death of an actress. Maybe she was your favorite actress. Like, I don't know. Like, it's Hollywood, you know, something. Oh, I just got a wicked bad headache. It's almost like you're going to get pulled to it. Like you're being forced. This headache is brutal. I feel like you are being forced. You don't understand. Like, it's almost like when I was telling you, like, I just mentioned this. I was interested in astrology because I feel like it had to have been a past life thing, and then, you know, pulled me to crystals. And then from crystals, tarot, and I kept going back to astrology and tarot. And this happened for months, and I was afraid of tarot. It was like the Ouija board. I wanted nothing to do with this, guys. Tarot cards, Ouija board, nothing. It scared me. But I kept getting pulled, and I kept going back, and I kept getting pulled. And finally one day I was like, what the fuck? And I shut my eyes and I clicked on a reading. And I was like, it felt like home. I used to put holy water in the corners of my room. I always slept with my windows shut because I was paranoid. I collected rosary beads. They were on each end of my bed. Like, guys, I was like scared of shit like this as a kid. My sister used to torture me and run around the house acting like she was possessed. And one day it went too far and I ran to my neighbor. He was actually a fireman. I'm getting pulled to fire here. And I'm like, my sister's possessed. Like, call the cops. Like, I was crying. It was traumatizing. And she was dying laughing. But she would like have her friends over and do the Ouija board, light as a feather, stiff as something. And I saw them lifting somebody behind the shed on the side of the house. I saw it with my own eyes. And she never touched the Ouija board after that. She never touched anything after that. It scared the shit out of fucking everybody. But this is global. And I saw this chick rise. I mean, everybody, like, and then they just dropped her and they all started crying. And I know you're not supposed to do that either. But they were young. They were teenagers. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you'd be shocked that I'd even be sitting here today. Because this stuff used to scare the shit out of me. I don't watch scary movies. Like, she traumatized my ass. But even from a young age, my door had to be open. The windows had to be shut. My mom used to say to me, like, she used to get nervous with me, like, overheating in the summer because I'd shut the windows, lock them. When I was old enough to use a hammer and a nail, I nailed my windows down. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, it was paranoia. And now here I am today. So there is something I'm getting pulled to more, like, I know this is like passion, but like this is danger passion. Like, this is like, it goes right in order with like the wisdom, the transformation, the passion, the sexual energy, the danger, the death. So you might want to look into the cobra. And I did get pulled to the snake with the very first card out. That's not a cobra. The cobra's here. But I did get pulled to a snake. So the snake can go either way. There's so many myths, especially with Hindu, Buddhism. It's good fortune and evil. So again, it's like same thing. But like snakes in general are transformation, good fortune, evil. The cobra has more significant energies, but it's also ancient healing. The snake becomes a messenger of inner transformation, of well-being, and the tower doesn't usually talk of transformation. It's a forced transformation. The death talks about a transformation. But in Hinduism, it's spirituality, it's kundalini energy coiled at the base of the spine, waiting to be awakened to your spiritual enlightenment. And it's both the dark and the light aspects, reflecting rebirth, transformation, healing, and protection. And again, the dark light, it's almost like I said, like something here, it's almost like you feel like you're forced to watch something. And it's like, all right, and then you embark on your path. It's like an awakening. So, like, again, like you never watch the news and now all of a sudden you follow something, or I just heard like a podcast. There's something here. Wow, this is some wild energy. I love Gemini energy and I'm feeling it. It's been a long time since I've felt Gemini's like in their energy, but this is like, I got goosebumps from head to toe, but really on the top of my arms. Like, not my forearm, like my arm, top arm. Could be sun. There's something definitely with weather. I mean, this could be like your whole life. It's like you want to move somewhere warm and then all this shit's happening and you're like, you know what? I want to move somewhere safer. And that was like my mom. Like, you don't know if you're safe there. I would know though. I would know if I'm safe in a certain location. I work with spirit, you know? So I don't think they know the depth of my passion or what I truly do for work, guys. Even though they watch things here and there, and I say to myself, when she passes over, she's going to be shocked. She really is. Like when the whole Trump thing happened, I went upstairs. I remember saying to my dad, like, the gunman couldn't have been like too bright. And he's like, well, what do you mean? You don't even know. We don't have any information on it. And I was like, well, he shot umpteen times and didn't get him. And he's like, you don't know how hard it is to shoot those type of things. So I said, yeah, so that means he's probably inexperienced. He's like, well, you can't speculate, as if like I didn't know what I was talking about. But now when it's said and done, it's a 20-year-old, you know, and like I said, a real sniper would have got him. And I think they were just so upset. But I honestly don't think, even my dad, I don't even think would know the depth. He might eventually, but my mom won't, unfortunately. And that's okay. But I'm not going to go up there and be like, I told you so. That's what I was talking about. I don't have to. You know what I mean? Everybody takes things in differently, and just use the Trump rally for an example. You know, everybody looks at something and relates to something differently. But there is something like with who you are, and people are going to be like, you might even say that about yourself. Like, who am I? Like, what's happening here? Like, because you're about to step into an energy you don't typically work with, but it's powerful. 8 of Cups, Ace of Cups. And again, this reading is starting off like, so here's my number, call me maybe. It's like a partnership with all the other reads too, like Aries, Taurus, but like it doesn't come in like that. It comes in very like incognito, almost like a surprise. Like you're not meant to know or something. September for Gemini. Right now you have the moon, the star, and the devil. This could be a little fear. It could have to do with somebody else. Didn't somebody else's energy come in here? You have the Ace of Swords. This could be communication, working something out. There's that communication. Again, it's here. You're fucking exhausted, though. You're being watched. Oh, that was here. Oh, I'm getting pulled to this Magician again. Yeah, so be careful. Like, I don't know. again, I think it's like a guide though, like could just be your own thoughts. So I feel like you're more aware of something than Taurus is, or you and Taurus, because Taurus had the moon here too, and they had the moon, and it was so strong, if you guys remember that read. And I know I don't want to link them all together like that, obviously, but like I am getting pulled to that read because that moon is here. And like I said, like I feel like there's somebody else here. And again, it's like September. But I feel like something goes down like end of July, early August. So lots of communication in August and September. Could just be busy months for you. But I feel like I didn't even get a chance to read this energy yet. And then I jumped right into September. Gemini, September. One more for Gemini, September. Two more. Seven of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Somebody's just, you're watching, they're watching. Trying to figure out where to invest. He reminds me of Scooby-Doo. Here's the Hangman, so there could be some type of perspective shift here. This is something like out of nowhere, you're going to invest in something. I don't know. It doesn't seem shocking to you, but it might seem shocking to other people. Let me pull October. Let's just get all the cards on the board. There is something in August that comes out, and it happened in July. And it completely just changes your life. But to me, it's in a good way. I am getting pulled to this deck that I use, but I'm seeing the destruction card. But that makes sense because she's looking up at the tower. She's looking up at July. All right, October. I almost said Pisces. October, Gemini. Gemini's for October, please. You already have the Strength card, the Empress. Getting out of something toxic. Holy shit, there's 5 cards there. The Lovers. 7 of Swords, 6 of Wands, Queen of Swords, Justice. God damn. You are no joke. You could be delivering somebody a freaking ripping somebody and tearing somebody a brand new fucking asshole. I don't know what that's about. October, Taurus. Okay. You're in this Venus energy or, Taurus. I did just mention Taurus. And I wanted to say Aries. Gemini, please. So yeah, this October is strong for you. And it could have to do with location, messages. I almost just said Aries. Dear Lord, Gemini, October, Gemini. October, Geminis. Queen of Cups, Three of Wands, Princess of Pentacles, Prince of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. And I notice you're blinded by the Prince of Wands right there. Blinded by the light. This could be travel. It's definitely messages back and forth. It's patience. It has to do with where you want to invest, which is right here in September. So you're being watched. This could be a headhunter. You're very put together. You're grounded. You're not dealing with bullshit. I mean, you're the damn Empress in strength. So you're not bringing anything, you're not bringing any type of karma forward. Like, this is like walking your path, making something a reality. So you start working on it. I'd say more like August, September, but it kicks in July. So you could start working on it in July, but something really more comes together in October, September. But then in October, it's almost like launching. So you could be launching a boat. You could be taking a cruise. You could be traveling. Again, I feel a strong headhunter here, or just something with business, across seas, overseas, a different country possibly. Taking that coin and going. Taking that coin. Because it's something that happens in July that brings you this. And it doesn't even have to be like in the public eye or a conversation. It's just something that happens in July. And again, something with August and September. However you project that energy, because you have the Eight of Wands, Geminis, they have the gift of gab. I have a lot of Gemini in my chart. It makes sense. I'm a gabber, Ace of Pentacles, like I said, at the bottom of the deck, Ace of Pentacles. So you're getting confirmation here as well. So even if you start working on it in July, I think it's more of like a thought or an idea, but then it's like putting it together in August and September. And again, come October, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but and again, it's like my mom saying to me, like, you would move to another country without your children? Yep, it would. They can obviously come with me. But I want my kids to experience that type of stuff. And it's ironic, and I'm just picking up on it now, so there might be something with your mother here. So I'm talking about my mother, but I grew up in Mass and then New Hampshire. And my own children, same thing. Half their life in Mass and now in New Hampshire. As an adult, I don't know where they'll end up, but that just came to me. So there is something with like relocation or the next state over. I mean, I was born in Minnesota and I lived in a lot of other places, but majority of the time, like my childhood, grade school, middle school, Massachusetts. And then even though we moved to New Hampshire, I still went to school in Mass. And all my friends are still in Mass. So again, it's like my children, same thing with my children, which is, it just came to me, so it's weird. And I did mention my child because she's a Scorpio. And my mother's a Cancer and I'm a Cancer. So I don't know what's going on here. It's your energy. Even if you're not a mother, you could be thinking about your childhood or your own mother. There's something here. There must be something here something that has to do with children, because pages are children too. And again, it's like the dragon's protecting the mother over here, but then it's like the child or the teenager is talking to the dragon. Like, so I don't know what type of message that is for you. But there's super strong energy in October. I mean, this could be your child moving. And they meet somebody and they decide to move to another country, for all I know. You know, you'd probably be pretty upset. I'd probably be pretty upset, but I'd want my kids to do that. I want them to travel. Like, I just want them to be like old enough. Like, I could see Caden being like, all right, I'm going to Japan as soon as it's like 18, 19. And to me, that's not old enough. You're not wise enough. You're not stable enough. Not mature enough. At least that's my thoughts. So there is something with children here. Again, I did bring up my daughter. You do have 2 fire signs here, 1 water, 1 earth. 3 fire, 1 water, 2 earth. Actually, 4 earth, 4 fire, because you got strength and empress. So somebody's like fire and earth is kicking in, which is ironic because I'm feeling Pluto, I'm feeling Scorpio, and especially with October. You know, so this could be like a void, and it's, you know, it's like Halloween, it creeps people out, you know, but it's like there's nothing creepy about it. It's just a thin veil. I enjoy energy like that. Things become more crystal clear. A lot of people can't handle that energy. So you might just be traveling in October. You could be creating or launching some type of business as an entrepreneur, as an empress. You bring something into fruition. There's lots of communication, August, September. And then, like I said, like you launch something or something becomes clear. Travel with the 3 of Wands. Again, lots of communication. So there's a lot of communicating back and forth. It could be emails, work emails. You could be dealing with somebody from another country. You might catch feelings for somebody. Or again, it could just be somebody who's been watching you from August on. Very interesting energy. But this is, it's like, it's peppy, it's deep. It's like Geminis are gonna feel this energy. I typically don't feel energy Gemini like that so much in my chart, even though I have it's so strong. Like I literally have 4 placements of Scorpio, 4 placements of Taurus, and 4 placements of Gemini. And I'm a Gemini in Vedic astrology. But my strongest astrologically, Scorpio and Taurus match, and Gemini is not as strong. But it's still 4 placements. So just goes to show, no matter how much I don't know what I was going to say there. No matter how much you have in your chart. Well, you would resonate though. But see what I'm saying? Like, I'm a Cancer. I do have those qualities and those beautiful aspects. But when it comes to relationships and business and travel, I don't work with my Cancer energy. And my North Node is Libra. You know, so it's really important to know your chart. So there's something about your chart or astrology in October where you're really on your path, guys. So I feel like this was very personal for me as a reader to read to you, to let you know that you're on the right path. I've never had something come in like that. So like I said, like, your Gemini is going to kick in a different way that maybe you've never experienced, and it starts in July. And the energy you're feeling, oh yeah, look at that, Wheel of Fortune puts you on the path. Look at Ace of Pentacles again. Again, you keep getting extra confirmation here, guys. It's beautiful. But again, like, I've never had that happen as a reader for me to tell you, like, you're on the right path. There's like a sync, a link up, a sync. And again, starts in July, puts you on your path in October. So you might even question this, because it's like you need the strength. Maybe the strength to move away from your own mother, your family, your father, a new job. There's something big. And I didn't wake up at the crack of dawn today, so it's almost 9. I'm going to have to bring Mia to work, and then I have a doctor's appointment at 11, so this reading is going to get split up. See, I'm telling you, there's something with Gemini energy. I don't like splitting up things like that. So it's like we're getting the basic, and then I'm going to go back in and clarify in a second part. But I'm okay with that, because that's a message for you guys. And typically, I'm not okay with that. Your energy needs to sit. And I don't like leaving energy on my board like this. I typically cover it up with like a towel. I'm really vibing with you guys' energy. I think we're all going to feel Gemini in a different way. I don't know where Gemini is going to be. So to me, it's got to be a chat. Could be somebody's Mercury too, though. We do have Jupiter, but Jupiter, oh, look at that. Jupiter in Gemini, October. Ding, 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 ding. Bada boom, bada bing, bada bing, bada boom. I didn't even pick up on that. Wow. I'm loving you guys' reading right now. Like I said, it's like your Jupiter. So it could even be like your return, good karma. You did have the wheel. Again, Ace of Pentacles. But so it's like your Saturn. So your Saturn's your personal karma. So like you're figuring it out and pushing through, and then you're on your path. I don't think you leave your path, but this is like when in regards to like Akashic Records, because I feel like I've always worked with Akashic Records, but I really, since this eclipse, and gifts, and I'm really tuned into people's Akashic Records here in a different way. So it's almost like having the same gift, but utilizing it in a different way. And people have said that to me before. Do you work with Akashic Records? And I'm like, no. But I didn't know that I did. When you're working with karma and healing karma, you're working with people's personal Akashic Records. But I didn't have that knowledge, guys. Like, apparently when we come in with these gifts, we all have this knowledge, but mine wasn't activated until my 40s. And then when it was activated, it's not like all the knowledge was just given to me. It slowly comes in, and you know what I mean? Like, your path is very detailed and specific. I can't say that word, specific to you, it's that one word I just can't say. It's a tongue twister. But again, like, see, there's something with my life, my family, it's so big right here to let you guys know, like I feel like this is like even a message for me, like it just something kicks off more in October, even though it starts here. But I feel like something could have started last October or last July. Some of you, your 28th birthday, it could be a child, or this is like, again, like your Saturn return is 28 to 30. But this is where I heard 17. So maybe plus 17 years. There's something like your mid 40s, and I'm also hearing 50s, but it's also pulling me to the studies I did. So, Jesus. I mean, you are on your path here. So, I'd really look into where your Gemini is and take advantage of this. And I'm hearing 8-8. So try to do it before August. Because I think this 8-8 portal is bringing in something where you're really going to invest your time, your energy. You got family members, guides, people making sure you're sticking on this path. So October is extremely personal for you guys. And again, it's your personal karma, I think, that you're pushing through, and you're working with your North Node when it comes to Jupiter. So it's like for the next 2.5 months here before you reach October, you're working on something that is meant to be, and it's worth investing in. So whatever this is, whatever this catastrophe, hopefully it's not another 9/11, but like I feel like that's going to repeat one day too. I hate to say it, but or something just tragic when it comes to weather. I feel like there's still something big here, and it could happen in multiple countries, so it shakes multiple countries, and it could have to do with politics or beliefs, because I am getting pulled to a vicar, which is a priest. But a vicar, what country is that? What country do they call priest vicars? England, Church of England. They refer to certain parish priests. The term comes from the Latin word substitute in canon law. Lutheran, deacon, Roman churches. I did see something Roman here. So there's something with the belief system. And politics and religion don't mix well, but like I said, there's something big here that's going to shake you, intentionally shake you. If it wasn't the Trump situation, I still feel like there's something big in the Vatican, which is not England. I heard not much. American, Canadian. It's a common term in the UK. Church of England. It's different than Christian. So a priest is in charge of a mission church, supported by a vicar. Good morning. Hi. But they don't even call a French priest a vicar. So I don't. Hi. It's the original, maybe homeland. I don't know. Good morning. Morning, Dennis.
Good morning.
Peanut butter's outside. You can bring him in. He's been out there.
Well, Dennis has to go. I wasn't really doing that, and I was gonna come back down.
That's fine.
Hey, Jordan. How are you guys?
You can just bring him in and put him in there. So this is telling me that there's still something. Yeah, there's still something that's gonna go down that has to do with religion, and it could be weather, but it could be like a new building or an old cathedral or coliseum. There's something like with historical land, and it's either gonna get hit by weather or war. And I don't know if it's weather or intentional. I'm getting pulled to more weather, but I don't know. It could be anything. It could be fire. It's something that's going to be catastrophic and devastating that's still going to go down in July, unfortunately. And it is going to affect you. And, it puts you on your path. And sometimes things like that have to put you on your path. Like, I started Darla's method, I think last October. I started working on it, September, October. No, way before that. But I think I launched it in October. I can't remember. I know I took a big break in October because that's when I found out my mother had cancer. So I'm telling you, like, oh yeah, mother is right here. This right here is so personal for me to read to you for a message. And again, that's never happened to me. And I didn't even pick up on that when I said something with last October. And you needed the strength.
Oh, Max was about to grab him on.
Hi, peanut butter.
He put his pants. I just I clapped my hands. It's so close in front of him.
Hi, peanut butter. Awfully squawky.
Max was trying to fucking get you.
Let me see him real quick.
Yeah.
Come here, Peanut. Come here. Hi. Quincy. Hi. Hello. Are you okay? You want to say hi to everybody? Hi. Yeah.
Come up here. Look up there.
You okay? Yeah. Kisses?
No, Max was so close. I was like...
Kisses? Yeah, he did that the other day, too. Kisses?
He kind of flew into the wall. Side of the house.
Did he do anything to Max? Because...
he sat there.
Yeah, I don't think Max will hurt him, but he's definitely checking.
He wanted to go get him, and then I clapped. He stopped, and then Peanut Butter was just sitting there, and Max was like walking towards him.
Yeah.
And then I clapped again, and then I grabbed.
You all right?
Yeah. What is that food?
Dog food.
Dog food?
Yeah, he doesn't like it.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go back upstairs. I'll come down.
Okay, it's 29 right there.
Am I driving?
No, I have a doctor's appointment. I would drop you off. Bye, Dennis.
Bye.
Max, I'm sorry for yelling at you, but don't get the burger.
Don't be sorry. He needs to learn. Kessel and Max, I'm not happy that Peanut Butter is getting attention. 29 tells you of circumstances, situations, relationship, even employment, career opportunities, options are all coming into review at this time, can lead to some coming to the end of a closure, leading to a new direction, opportunity, soul growth, balance, focus. Based on your own principle when it comes to belief, love, religion, you're realigning with your heart, compassion. You have powerful energies that you can be used in your own life to help with others. So listen to your inner yearnings, your intuition through insights. This could be a spiritually based practice, career, or profession, heart-based service, working out, achieving your goals. Have faith and trust in yourself. Each and every person has completely unique and perfectly aligned life purpose to our soul's divine path. So again, like I said, it's guys, it's just extra confirmation. And Mia came in. Me as a Libra, but she's October 19th. She's a cusper. You know, so again, a child came into the reading. Can't make this shit up. So something happens in July that is aligning you. And Max and Kessel, like, they're not happy that peanut butter is in the house. Max actually, like, pounced on him yesterday out of nowhere. And peanut butter kind of, like, squawked. And I don't think Max would hurt him. You know, they don't even hurt mice. You know, but, I don't know. Max can be very territorial with me. And Kessel just kind of like should jump off my bed. She's like, whatever. But all of a sudden it's Max. And I got to keep an eye on him because ever since my surgery, which was 2 years ago in October. So October is huge for the collective, guys. Huge. It's your Pluto. It's your good karma. Take advantage of it. Start now. Like something's going to be triggered, either your beliefs when it comes to religion or politics. November for Gemini. Page of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles. Yeah, that makes sense because someone's talking to you here. Queen of Swords. I feel like strength there. Yeah, Ten of Wands. You're feeling left out or lonely. Lots happening in November. Again, like you might be moving. And especially with the Chariot here. And again, you might be considering that in August. Because you have the Chariot and I almost said strength. You have the Chariot and the Magician in August. You are going to have to leave something behind, and it can be family. Again, this could be a child moving. You know, it's something, you know, it's obviously a very strong collective message for everybody's Jupiter. And you're still in that 8-8 portal. It's intentional. Like, if you don't get on it or something, like I'm telling you, like, you're going to feel forced or pushed. People will be left behind, but it's not about other people. This is even if there's somebody in your life, it's a very independent energy in the sense of your sole purpose and what feels right for you. And you are going to invest in a situation here. And again, it could be travel, and maybe it's a job you take and you're gone for, 3 months, and you'll be back. I'll be gone to November. I'll be gone to November, January, February, March, April, May. So again, maybe you'll be gone for 4 months. I don't know. I'm here in Nevada again. So there's something linked to religion. So again, it just could be your belief, or it's something that happens in July. November, Gemini, please. Eight of Cups. Yeah, some of you are definitely relocating or thinking about it. It's a very hard decision, but it's a very smart decision. Yeah, with the Two of Wands. It's whatever this is best for you. but maybe you just like didn't see it coming, or your family is just, bent out of shape. What is this Five of Pentacles? The Devil, which is in September's read, and the Queen of Cups is right here in October. So it's, to me, it's fear. It's not a fear tactic. It's just probably fear of the unknown, because September you got the moon. And this path and I almost just wanted to say doesn't suit everybody, which is strange, and I got pulled to the Three of Pentacles, but it's the Three of Cups. So some people might not agree with the move you make, or it's just really hard on them, but you're taking this ace and it's coming into fruition in November, and the decision is made in October. You might even travel in October. This is travel. This is moving. With the Chariot, Ten of Wands, it's like a moving truck, leaving the past behind, going to your Ten of Cups, but it's hard. And again, so I don't think that's necessarily fear. It's just there's sorrow attached to this a little bit, but excitement too. You're doing what's best for you. This is your happy. This is where you find peace, balance, comfort. It's fucking beautiful. I'm gonna leave it here until I come back. And I probably will come back because I gotta leave here at 11. I don't want to do 3 parts, and it's probably going to take longer than an hour to obviously clarify this. I want to say they're telling me Gemini is going to be the longer reading out of all of them, which is shocking to me because Aries, I think, was almost 3.5 hours. So I want to say Gemini might be not one of the most important reads out of all of them, but one of the reads that gives you clarity in the sense, or I heard possibly can give you hope of a better future. So it might be with the community or the world, or it's just, like I said, it's, everything that's going on right now, there's some shit that's still going to go down in July. And, you want to kind of be safe, or you want that land. It's priorities. It's just something that, and again, I feel like it comes out of nowhere, but it comes from something tragic or anger or sorrow. And you make it, I'm getting your world is your world. You make it your world. You're not in the matrix here. It's the way you want to live your life. Set an example. You don't care what other people think here, in the sense of well, that's the wrong move. Why would you go to that country? And did it you know what I mean? So that, that kind of stinks, but I think it's calling you home, because that's your heart, that's your soul. You wear your heart on your sleeve. That's the compassion. That's the message of the 2929 that I just read. That's really your main message. Jupiter. And this Pluto, Saturn, Neptune, Chiron, I'm hearing conjunction. Mars and Uranus this next couple weeks is pretty fucking strong. And it can be pretty fucking devastating. And there even could be something with racism here. I almost see slaves on that Ten of Pentacles. Slaves getting justice that they deserve. Black communities getting what they deserve. not in the sense of acknowledgement, but something that brings them maybe peace and comfort. So I'm not sure. That's pretty big. But there is something dangerous about to happen in July, and it could have to do with the T word. I don't want to get tagged. And again, I feel like I said that the other day to you guys, if they had me see the president situation, and I was saying that, we get tagged for stuff like that. So T in regards to like 9/11 starts with a T, ends with a T, which is also pulling me to a cross. So something with religion, or I'm telling you, it's like fire strikes here, tornado strikes there, match strikes there. I'm getting racism as well. I don't know how you would get your justice in 1 month, but like there's just something with land. Maybe all the pain and suffering that your ancestors went through are freed. I think it just has to do with the ascension. So, which I think is a beautiful message. But I am getting MLK vibes. So again, you could be an influencer, it could be a politician, it could be, again, a vicar, somebody who's in the spotlight, but they're about to change the world. Or they're going to start to change the world. And it's like leaving a legacy. Like some of you don't even realize you're about to leave a legacy. You're just starting it. And it's your path. It's your calling. It's your Jupiter. And it's going to pay off. So the next couple months might be a little hairy. Because it doesn't really talk. It talks. Your main messages are moving forward in communication, travel. What your heart wants. Like I said, like you could have a headhunter that's been watching you and they come in August. And there's communication and you could be traveling to another world in November and be gone for 4 months, 5 months. It doesn't look permanent. I don't see the world, but it could be. It's definitely your path. Yeah, so people are going to be disappointed. But, like, you're going to be fine. Like, it's, you know what I mean? It's upsetting, but, like, it's exciting for you and upsetting at the same time because it's, like, exploring something new, but it's hard. Like, it would still be hard to leave my kids behind for 5 months, but it's like touring, or I'm telling you, there's something, but there's also something here with politics. I mean, religion. So there is something with politics here, guys. Especially if you're like in the public eye, or this is a politician. I'm reading politicians. I'm reading a global event. Like it's a big deal. Whatever's happening here, and Gemini is important when it comes to politics. Usually a lot of politicians will have strong Gemini in their chart. A lot of Geminis are in the public eye in regards to religion and politicians. Not so much like actressing and actors. Like that's like a different part of someone's chart. This is like speaking your belief, living in your belief, standing in your belief, strong with your belief when it comes to politics. And so there's a big shift here. And I'm telling you, like spirit, this is very personal. Spirit, I've been saying for those who have been on my channel for a long time, I've been bouncing back and forth between channels, and I leave them up because I have a feeling I'll eventually go back to them here and there. You know what I mean? Dallas Method, I think, is going to end up being huge. But, well, I know for a fact it is. But that's like in due time, too. It's not, overnight. But again, like, I don't want to get into politics. And I know Spirit in the past has put me in that position where they do want me to give my opinion when it comes to things that are political. You know, I'm not just a tarot reader, guys. And I know people don't like when we talk about politics or switch, and that's okay. You don't have to, you know, we just don't mesh anymore. I don't see myself going into anything in regards to politics, but I don't know where my future leads either. Like, maybe I do end up doing something like that because it's necessary to shift this industry. You know, you got to look at it a different way and just be like, oh, she went into politics and this. No. Okay. Like, where I go is where I need to be to spread the word, my message. So I feel like there's religion here, like preaching, you know, Jehovah Witnesses knock on doors, you know, like, I don't find myself knocking on doors. That's for damn sure. If anything, I'll be knocking doors down. I mean, I'm getting a billboard, you know what I mean? Public eye. You could be assisting a politician in order to spread your message. This is spiritual, whatever it is. But I feel like it's mixed with politics. You know, and my Dallas method is all about the amygdala and America with our government, you know. But for me, it's more about the amygdala. It's more about spirituality. It's more about children, the next generation, adults. It's taken down and it's restructuring this industry is what that channel is all about. It's mine. My idea is going to be turned into an app, and that's going to take time. So, but when it's ready to align, it will. And this is a strong indication that whatever's going on with people, something huge as the collective is aligning already, but takes off in October. But again, you're already investing in it when it comes to August and September. So you could, you know, take YouTube for an example, because obviously they're having me talk about personal shit here. You know, you could all of a sudden start a YouTube channel, a podcast, a free platform, and then you get picked up. Someone's been watching you, they're going to start communicating, or someone's already been watching you, and that communication is coming in. Could even be towards the end of August, all of September, October. You make a decision. I feel like the Three of Pentacles is here. Because the decision you make is, you already make that decision in September. But then there's some type of contract, meetup, there's something where you start something, and it's a little nerve-wracking. You're not used to it with the Strength card being there. You got the Emperor, and you do have the King of Pentacles there, so it might be with somebody else too. And then you got the Fool. Look at that. And that more confirmation. Okay, so I'll be back for part 2. And there's something with you guys with part 2. There's definitely something about to go down in another country as well. I feel it strongly, but Spirit's not confirming it. So it could just be whatever just happened, but I feel like an earthquake or something shakes this energy and sets ancestral slaves free. I'm getting slaves. And I did talk about the South. So far, so good. It's beautiful, guys. This is a very, very important detrimental read. Like, this is huge for you guys. Your Jupiter is huge. So you need to start grounding some shit and situating some shit now. Because even if you don't know what this is, because I don't think I even know what this is. I just know it's big, you know, and I'm honest enough to tell you that, you know. I don't know where that, I'm honest enough to tell you, I'm always honest with you guys though, so I don't know where that came from. So there's some honesty coming out. I look at myself as more being authentic, so I think that honesty is coming from another energy. And there's something with kids here too. Got the daughter of swords there. Page there, a couple pages there, page here. So this has to do with also your children. But to me, it's the next generation, you know? And it's something's happening here. And like I said, a lot of this generation isn't taking it seriously, but they need to. And I've been telling you guys, like, I kind of stressed it to Caden because he's like, I don't care, but you need to care. You know, it's like children need to stop maturing. And I just got pulled to Caden. I always saw him as a politician. I don't see it anymore, but I had a dream a long time ago that he was going to be like a politician or something with the next president. I mean, obviously he could still go in that direction. I just don't see it happening, but anything's possible. Could have been somebody in my past life, a son in my past life. I don't know, but it was Caden, you know, so he's just like a reincarnated soul. And I've said this to you before, I feel like he came into my life to bring me happiness. I'm not kidding. He's always put a smile on my face. All my children have, but I feel like a strong connection with each child in a different way. And I really do feel like it's linked to past life. So but like those are fears. I believe everyone's reincarnated, but I'm not, you know, I never looked at my kids as an old soul. And I do that with other children. I can tell when somebody has an old soul. But, you know, anything can happen with Caden. I just don't see it happening. But it was just such a vivid dream. So I'm telling you, there's dreams right now with our energy are strong. Neptune, inspiration, dreams, illusions. But this is like, this energy is here for you to put something into reality. So this, I mean, teenagers and mid-20s, like, or 20s, like this, their generation we need to like capture, and it's really their children, you know, because our generation right now can last like another 20 years and then their children need to like take over. And it makes a difference because we got to reach these ones that are in their 20s and younger, because they're the ones raising these children. Right now, the ones that are in 20s, 30s, having children right now, you know, they're dealing with our generation and even an older generation than that, you know. But the vice president, I guarantee will probably be our generation. Because that person, I have a feeling, is going to have to take over, because we need at least 2 consecutive. We need at least 8 years out of the next president to shift something. So I don't know if it would be the vice president or somebody steps in and we get a different vice president. Maybe then one steps down and another one steps in. So it does have to do with the next generation here, with all these teenagers or 20-year-olds. But this is also, pages are starting something new, exciting, smart, intelligent, solid. Like, you have every page here. You have every element. You have earth, you have fire, you have air. Oh, you don't have water, but you're coming in as water. And he might be getting pulled to birds. I have a new bird in my backyard, and we couldn't figure out what it is, and it's a northern cardinal. And so many different birds I saw yesterday. It was like such an adventure. And then Lonnie saw a deer. She sent me a picture of the 2 bucks. The doves are beautiful. There's the northern cardinal. Look at that orange beak. So beautiful. And there's the orioles. I didn't see it, but that's been coming. But it almost looks like a parrot. Look how beautiful. You know, so birds are relevant. The blue jay came right next to me. Oh, you know what I found out yesterday? Look at this one. The turkeys were right in front of me. But, oh yeah, a crow landed in front of me. But you know how my favorite bird is the red-winged blackbird? This is the female. I sent it to my mother. This is the female red-winged blackbird.
You saw it, did you?
Yep. And it landed right in front of me. Look how beautiful she is. I've never seen her, but it makes sense that that's a female red-winged blackbird. And it would make sense that there's females around because we have a lot of red-winged blackbirds that are black and have the red and yellow under their wings. This is what a female looks like. So yesterday I saw the blue jay landed right next to me too, but she landed right next to me, and it was a red-winged blackbird female, and then the northern cardinal I've never seen out there too. And I said to you guys, like, and I was just out there with peanut butter, and the dove finally has a friend. And these turkeys, guys, was like so close to me. Like it was insane. And like they were gorgeous. Look at, like they didn't even fear me. And typically they fear. So I was just out there. All these birds like were coming. I think because I had peanut butter, you know, with me. They knew not to kind of like fear me. But like I said, like even the dove always flies away from me. And yesterday it was staring right at me. They were all staring at me, you know. So I'll be back for part 2. And again, the first thing out was an owl. And I want to say that came out in a message either on members or Aries or Taurus. But this is a beautiful reading. So I'll be back this afternoon, anywhere from like 2 and after. Maybe this will end up being a night reading because I really thought it was going to be. But I don't know. I will be back to finish this. I don't like leaving energy on the board for that long. But we'll just see how my day goes too, you know. I'll be gone until at least probably 1 or 2. And then I gotta take care of peanut butter. We'll figure it out. I'll definitely be back today. I love you guys so much. So far, so good. Great reading. Love you guys. See you shortly. Bye.
Where are you going to be going?